I'm Vincent Ballestre for the International Business Times, and this is the Sony Xperia Z2 tablet. It's got a 10-inch screen, and yet it weighs less than a pound, and Sony says you can dunk it underwater. So is it worth that $500 price tag? Let's find out. Straight away, it's hard to ignore how slim the Z2 is. It's 1/4 of an inch, which puts even Sony's Xperia phone to shame. Now, as with any large, skinny tablet, there's a little bit of flex in the body, but it still feels sturdy. All of the gaps are tight, and all of the materials are really satisfying to touch. The sealed body of the Z2 means it's waterproof to a degree. Sony says it can be submerged under 5 feet of fresh water, so let's test that. Now, to be clear, we did ask Sony if we could do this, and they did say to dunk it, so let's find out what happens. Huh? Just fine. Well done, Sony. But let's get to the looks of the Xperia Z2. Black on black, as is the common theme these days. That's not really a problem though, since it still looks good. I do take issue with the huge bezel though. It makes the Xperia screen look small. Maybe Sony did this so your thumbs wouldn't smudge the screen while you hold the tablet. But from my point of view, it just seems like a lot of negative space. That's where the bad news ends though. Once you get some content playing on the screen, you're treated to HD goodness from the 1920 by 1200 tri-luminous display. That's Sony's technology to compete with things like Samsung's Super AMOLED. Now, is it better? Well, not really. It's pretty good, but my completely unscientific eye still prefers the AMOLED. Will it really matter when you're watching YouTube or playing FIFA? Probably not. It's still a nice display. The processor's not half bad either. It's a Snapdragon, which is always a good thing. Sony claims that it's the fastest one ever fitted inside of a tablet. The Xperia Z2 comes with 3 gigs of RAM, and its processor is clocked at 2.3 GHz. What does that translate to? Well, you're not wanting for power, though I can't help but think it's not going to be used to its full potential. The Z2 is primarily a media consumption device, and let's face it, you don't need a monster setup to stream Netflix. Where Sony really succeeds is the audio setup. First off, the speakers are on the front of the tablet, facing you, the user. That's just the right way to do it. You get the sound projected right at you instead of out of the sides or at your knees. It's the simple things. And you'll be able to use the Z2 without clinging to an outlet. Battery life is superb. I streamed videos on Wi-Fi for an entire afternoon and evening, yet I still had around 40% battery left. Now I have to hand it to Sony. This is far and away the nicest Android tablet I've ever used. And at $500, it's a little bit expensive for the 16 gig model, but you have to remember that you get what you pay for with these things. It's a premium price, but the Xperia Z2 is a premium tablet.